Thank you for being an original co-sponsor on H.R. 554, the Taiwan Conflict Deterrence Act. I modeled this bill on the Holding Iranian Leaders Accountable Act, which the House passed this spring and included in our national security package, and President Biden signed it into law this spring. The idea is very straightforward. If we want to see the world's communist and autocratic dictatorships change course, we must expose their wealth, corruption, and financial privilege of their elites to the citizens suffering daily under their rule. This approach certainly applies to China's Communist Party as well. The CCP leaders sit atop an authoritarian state littered with cronyism, kickbacks, graft, bribery, and a colossal misuse of public funds. If China chooses to attack the free people of Taiwan, H.R. 554 requires the Treasury Secretary to publish the illicit assets of Beijing's senior-most leaders, including the names of financial institutions and maintaining accounts. As Mr. Sherman noted, our 1979 recognition of the government in Peking, now Beijing, rests on the foundation that the future of Taiwan would be determined by peaceful means, and that any other method, including boycotts or embargoes, is considered a threat to peace and security in the Western Pacific. At a time when the Chinese youth face a 17% unemployment rate, and Xi has failed to deliver a social safety net, and families are battered by sinking real estate debt, let these corrupt officials explain to ordinary Chinese citizens how they acquired their riches on a government salary, even as they call on their public to support war across the Taiwan Strait. But this bill goes beyond just naming and shaming. It will also cut off access to the United States financial system for those CCP officials and their immediate family. This point's worth highlighting in order to convey the costs that Beijing will bear if they impose an embargo, boycott, or launch military action. Blocking Chinese leaders' use of the dollar will certainly be mirrored by restrictions from other major economies as well. And for Chinese officials whose families profit from their ill-gotten gains, they too will find the world becoming a much smaller place. In 2012, the Washington Post reported that most of China's Politburo Standing Committee have children or grandchildren studying here in the United States, including CCP Chairman Xi Jinping. Such privileges will be put in jeopardy if China decides to act against Taiwan. H.R. 554 guarantees it.